Hey friends, it's hay week.
That means it's hot and dry all week.
Come and join us. Of course, the first process in making hay is cutting the hay. And this is a New Holland side pole haybine number 489. New Holland revolutionized the haymaking process with this combination cutter and conditioner. The cutter is like a sickle bar, the blades go back and forth. And then the conditioner, they're rollers where the hay goes through it and it crushes the stem to dry. So they made these from the mid-1960s till I think this is actually the last year they're making them. A lot of these are still in use in small farms. All right, today is day 2 of hay week. Yesterday we took the haybine out. We cut about 10 acres. And it's getting later on day 2, but I'm going to take the tedder out, which basically turns over the hay that's laying there and gives a chance for the other side to dry and airs it out. So come on in, I'll show you our tedder. Okay, this is our tedder. It's actually one of the newest pieces of implements that I have. It's a Peckway tedder. I bought it used. It's probably about 10 years old, but it's in great shape. The tractor powers it with a power takeoff, and we have 2 stars here, and they spin, and these spring tines grab the hay that's on the ground, pull it into the middle, and throw it up in the air, and that has the effect of turning it over and puffs it up so that the sun will dry the other side and the air can get in under it. So we use it where the hay is particularly heavy. In light areas we don't bother, but anywhere we have heavy hay, we use the tedder.
Well, haymaking didn't go as planned.
No, it didn't. We were supposed to have 4 days to make hay. And the weather before we started this whole thing, of course, was clear. No rain, no storms all week. And the dew point was low, had a breeze, great sunshine. It was going to be the perfect week to make hay. What happened?
Until we're sitting at lunch, he looks at the weather, and suddenly they're calling for 30% chance of rain that evening. Just a storm that's popping up.
30% doesn't sound that bad of it in of itself, but with all of the hay, and this is a good chunk of the hay that we use for the winter, it was a lot to risk. But so we waited, and the skies started to look questionable. We could see dark clouds on the horizon. The radar showed some rain and storms coming, so what did we decide to do?
So he looks at me and says, you could help me a little bit. You could rake a little bit, and I could start baling.
We do have 2 tractors.
Yes, we do. I had never raked hay, and the tractor I was running wasn't meant for the field, right?
Yeah, but you have farming in your genes. All of your previous generations were farmers. So
that's how he schmoozes me up. So I ended up raking the whole 10 acres on a tractor that has basically no suspension in a very bumpy field.
She did. She had the worst of it by far, because her market garden tractor is great. It's got the loader on the front and the other, but it's not meant to be a field tractor. On the other hand, I was driving the big field tractor with the big farm tires and going slow, and she was probably going twice the speed. You were really bouncing around.
But he said, well, I had to keep ahead of you. But, I was raking it up, and then he was baling it, so I had to be moving fast.
All right. So now you know next time.
Next time. We'll see about that.
Okay, so let's see how it goes.
Okay.
The raking process. Before you can bale it, you have to rake the hay into windrows to feed into the baler. So we use, again, a New Holland, and this is a ground-driven model. It's a model number 256. Again, just like the haybine, there's a lot of these New Holland hay equipment out there, and they've got a great reputation. Of course, they make newer equipment now that for large farms, but small farms still use a lot of the old New Holland haymaking equipment. Okay, we're at the final stage of making hay, and that's the fun part. We get to do the baling. Well, I guess it's fun. It's probably a hot day and dusty, but I enjoy the whole process. So today we're going to continue using the Kubota 54 horse diesel. It's a great tractor, category 2 implements. Today we have the new idea baler. A round baler, makes 48-inch bales, and up in the driver's position up there you can see we have the digital control that controls the baler in the back here. So if you come around back, we can show how the round baler works. You can see it's powered off a PTO shaft here off the rear, and then just connected to a drawbar. It's not connected to the 3-point hitch. So interesting with this baler, in the side here we have 2 spools of the twine, and they come through, and we go around the other side, you'll be able to see where they come through. But this is a twine baler and not a net or a plastic. I think for us it breathes well and really works well. And down below, these are the tines and the rake that draw the straw or the hay, depending on what you're baling, up into the baler. Now I have the hood open in the rear here, so let's go back and take a look. As we come around back, the hood is open. You can see inside the baler, and it's basically conveyors, 4 belts that go the whole way around the bale. And when the feeder tines throws the hay in, it just gets it circulating. It rolls and rolls, and it gets bigger and bigger as you go along. And then there's digital sensors for weight. They can tell when the bale is full, and it sends me a signal up at my operator station, and I hit the button for it to begin to put the string on to bind the hay. You can see the 2 blue ropes up front. They start in the center, and then as it spins, they work their way toward the outside until the whole bale is tied. And then I can hear the knives cutting it. I open the hood, and then the bale comes rolling out the back. These 48-inch bales work really well for us here. It's a lot easier than throwing the small bales. In fact, I have a tractor with the bale spear in the front. We load them easily into the barn, and then just once a week I take a bale of hay out and drop it in the bale feeder in the barnyard. So this is the way to go for us. Okay, now for the rest of the story.
We managed to get everything raked, baled, and he actually put a few of them in the barn, but we knew they weren't dry enough.
No.
So we quickly, the ones that were out in the field, we got all put in a pile and covered them up with tarps the best we could. And then...
The rain?
Yeah, what rain?
We had some rain, but it wasn't that much. Had we known the amount of rain we were going to get, we'd have left it in the field. Okay, the real problem is when you store hay, it should be 14, 15, maybe up to 18%. as far as the moisture content. We knew that it was not going to meet that. So we didn't want to put it in a barn. Could be dangerous. It could actually heat up and spontaneously combust.
And that wouldn't be good.
No. And that's the worst case. The next problem area is that it could just mold and damage it, and the cattle wouldn't eat it, wouldn't want to eat it.
It wouldn't be good for them.
No. So we couldn't put it in the barn.
So he came up with a brilliant plan, actually.
Yeah. I knew the dew point was low. We had a breeze, a lot of sunshine. So I put out 20 pallets. We put all the bales up on the pallets, and we let them sit for 9 days, actually. And the moisture dropped from, in some cases, mid-20s, and it took about 10% out. So most of the bales are between 12 and 15%. So we're in pretty good shape, actually. It worked out good.
Yep. So now they're ready to go in the barn, and we will finally be done with our haymaking saga.
Isn't it a beautiful day? The sun's setting behind us.
It's very beautiful today.
We have 20 beautiful bales ready to go in the barn.
Yeah, we do. But I don't know that I'm looking forward to raking again, at least with that tractor.
Do you want to put the bales in the barn?
No, you can do that.
All right, we're going to actually use the bale spear this time. I think when I took them from the field, I didn't have time to get it, and I just used the pallet fork. But either one works. The bale spear is a little better. You have a little more control. So let's see how it goes. I'm tired. How about you?
Very tired. I'm glad that job's done.
Yeah, hay week. Actually, hay week extended to 2 weeks this time. But I think every farmer faces the same situation. The hay's ready in the field, you're looking at the weather, and you go, I think this is the perfect time. At least the weatherman says so.
Yeah, weathermen aren't always right.
Yeah, well, in the summer, storms can pop up anytime,
Yeah.
so I don't hold that against them. But
You just have to make a judgment call.
yeah,
And I think we made the right call.
yeah. But you know, all things being equal, it ended up good.
Mm-hmm.
And when we were bringing the hay in this evening, did you happen to see the moon over the barn?
It was beautiful.
Oh, it was amazing. So that was kind of a cap to me. I think it was the, what do they call it, strawberry moon?
Oh, probably would be strawberry full moon.
Full
Because
moon.
Strawberries are in. It's June.
Yeah.
Ah,
So perfect.
it was really pretty.
Yeah, perfect ending. So, hey, thanks for joining us on our hay week, 2 weeks.
We'll see you in our next video.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.